From the throat center to the G center, we have the channel of the prodigal. And here we have the throat manifestation potential, that is the articulating potential of the abstract streams and the abstract circuit. And here when we're looking at the channel of the prodigal, first of all about this name. In my descriptions of various channels in the abstract, at the core of those descriptions is a basic truth about the abstract experience, that the abstract experience is something that is a precursor to the abstract development of awareness. In other words, that the experience comes first and the awareness comes second. That there is no potential of awareness within the experience itself, and it's very important to grasp. It is simply about being in the experience, the gift of being able to analyze the experience, to be able to derive from the experience something of value, whether that value is mundane, material, or whether that value is sublime. The fact is that this is the whole goal of the abstract. And when we come here to this channel, the 3313, and again we're dealing with a roll gate coming out of the G center, the 13th gate. This is the gate of the listener. This is the fellowship of man. And of course, this is part of the Sphinx configuration. That is, it's a direct configuration. This is the openness of the self to others. It's about our openness to others. And more than just simply our openness to others, it's our openness to the experience of others. The 13th gate as a listener is also a storehouse of experiential information. And it is again this storing of the experiential information that once it has been digested and pondered, that this can result in revelation, and the revelation can be found in the 33rd gate. This is the gate of privacy. It's one of the three gates of aloneness. This is the gate of retreat. Now, the 33rd gate is a gate of articulating remembrance. In other words, the expression of remembering, the ability to speak about the past, and to speak about and to identify and clarify past experience. Now, obviously, the 13th gate in its openness can only be open to what it can receive. And if there's nothing to receive, it can feel very cold. It also ends up being the kind of being that has secrets inside that never come out. The 33rd gate, without the 13, is also potentially very silent. That is, silent about the experience. Simply articulating out of its perspective of retreat. But the moment you have the whole channel, you have a very different kind of life force. You have this channel of the prodigal. Now this name, it's an old name. It's taken from the biblical story of the prodigal child. And in that story, which is an archetype, you have the child that for whatever reasons, whether through ostracism or problems or whatever it may be, you have this child that leaves their ancestral home, that they go out into the world, and they go out into the world for the vast majority of their life. And at some point, late in their life, they return. And it is this returning prodigal that brings with them the information, the news, the reflection on the experience of others to add to the knowledge base of their homeland and their people. So the essence of the 1333 is that this is the embodiment of the abstract collective's ability to express the past for the benefit of others. Now it's a design of the witness. And because it is this connection between the throat and the G center, this potential connection of self-expression, that this is also to be seen within the context that it's a projected configuration. In other words, that this 3313, that it has two capacities. One is it has the capacity to recognize as a witness and to be able to express its recognition. On the other side, it needs to be recognized. Again, it is collective. The fact that one is able to distill the past, that in and of itself it is of no value at the collective level unless it can be shared with others as an instrument of education. It's the key of the prodigal. I've wanted to do this for many years. Because it's something that fascinated me right from the beginning. And what it was really about was that I'm not human-centric, let's put it that way. My feeling about life, consciousness, is not really oriented to human beings because, quite frankly, I'm not very impressed.